Chapter 27. Silently, the horrors began moving in on us. Closer, closer. Backing up, Clay tripped over my foot and nearly fell into the gurgling purple pit. I grabbed him and held on to him until he regained his balance. 5 of us were standing at the edge of the pit.
Just wait 1 second.
A sour odor swept over me. I felt sick. The thick purple slime lapped up at my ankles as if reaching out to grab me. Mom! Dad! I cried. I didn't know what I expected them to do. We were all helpless. I knew we weren't going to escape this time. Without realizing it, we were all holding hands. Will you jump in? Or do you want to be pushed? The MC repeated her question. I'm real sorry, Dad murmured to us, ignoring her. I'm real sorry I brought you here. I didn't know. His voice broke. He lowered his eyes. Dad, it's not your fault, I told him, squeezing his hand. And as I squeezed his hand, I had an idea. A wild idea, a stupid idea, a really crazy idea. I knew I had to try it. It was the only idea I had. People laugh at everything in the park, the Horrorland MC had told us. But it's all very serious to us, she'd said. All very serious. Very serious. She stood right in front of me now, waiting for us to jump to our deaths, eager for us to get sucked down into the purple slime. I knew this was my last chance. I knew it was crazy, but I knew I had to try it. I stepped up to the MC, reached out, and pinched her arm as hard as I could. Chapter 28. Her mouth opened wide, and she let out a startled gasp. She tried to pull her arm away, but I held on and pinched harder. The mad pincher strikes again, I shouted, remembering Luke's annoying cry. Her yellow eyes rolled around crazily. No, she pleaded. Harder, harder. And then I was the one to cry out.
Cause remember,
As her mouth opened.
Cause remember in the book, earlier in the book, they saw some signs that said no pinching. I know why that. I could tell you because you probably already know. It's not because they broke the rules. It's actually because pinching is the horror's weakness, and it kills them. Yeah. Wait.
Opened wide, and with a loud whoosh, a rush of air escaped her lips. I leaped back. As the air rushed from her mouth, she appeared to deflate, just like a balloon. I gaped in amazement as she folded helplessly to the ground.
Just wait 1 second. It fell again. Hopefully it won't fall this time.
An angry cry rose up from the crowd of horrors. Inflate her! One of them yelled. Inflate her immediately! They began moving in on us, growling and grumbling menacingly. Pinch them! I shouted to my family. Pinch them! The no pinching signs that we thought were so stupid, they were serious! The horrors deflate if they're pinched. A horror stepped up, arms outstretched to push me into the pond. I pinched his arm hard, and a few seconds later, he deflated. I heard the whoosh of air escaping to my right and saw that Luke had deflated one too. Whoosh! Another one deflated and folded to the pit. You cannot escape!
Just wait 1 second.
Them screamed. No one ever escapes! Another horror shouted. Hurry! Luke cried. Hurry! They're going to catch us! Chapter 29. With the horrors close behind, shouting and threatening us, we ran full speed toward the row of buses. My heart was pounding almost as loud as my sneakers against the pavement.
Chapter.
My throat ached, and I
This is
had
the
a
last
sharp
chapter.
pain in my side. But I kept running.
This is the last chapter.
Escape! Stop now!
Give up! The angry cries of the horrors sounded even closer, but I didn't turn back to see if they were catching up. The door to the first bus was open. Dad got there first and scrambled up the steps and inside. Mom stepped in, followed by the two boys. I pulled myself inside, and the bus door slid shut behind me. Dad, please, I choked out.
Yes, they're here!
He cried happily.
Hold on, we're getting away.
The engine coughed, then started up with a roar. Dad lowered his foot on the gas pedal, and the bus shot forward. I stumbled down the aisle and fell into a seat behind Luke and Clay. Hurry, they're coming! They're coming! Luke and Clay were screaming in unison. I could hear the angry shouts of the horrors through the closed bus windows.
We're okay.
Dad cried, leaning over the big steering wheel.
We're okay. We're out of here.
I piled eagerly out of the bus. I took a deep breath and stretched. The air smelled so sweet and fresh. A full moon made the front lawn shine. Then, I saw him. It was a horror, and he was clinging to the back of our bus.
This is the twist.
Oh no! I cried out.
What are you doing there?
Dad demanded. Did you ride there the whole way home? Luke asked in disbelief. I shrank back as the horror let go of the bus and slid to the ground. His yellow eyes studied us menacingly. He moved toward us quickly. Clay and Luke hid behind Dad. Mom's mouth dropped open in fright. What do you want? I cried. He reached out his green hand.
Here,
He said.
we forgot to give you your free passes for next year.
That was a twist. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed our Let's Read One Day at Horrorland. It's one of my favorite books and my favorite episodes. If I had to compare from the book to the episode, I think the book is better because in the episode, Clay wasn't even in it. They forgot the doom slide. There was no obstacle course. They replaced that with like a game show. And that wasn't the twist. The twist was, because in the beginning of the episode, when they parked, there was one of those sewer things right under them. And then you see like a monster hand. I think it was probably a horror's hand. He put that off and had like an explosive thing. And put it on their car. Then blah blah blah, they were at Horrorland. But when they came back to their car, it wasn't exploded yet. They drove away, but they weren't controlling it. A horror had a remote that went with that thing. That went with that explosive thing, and he drove them onto a cliff. And then that was the twist. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Again, hope you enjoyed this Let's Read One Day at Horrorland. Yeah. If you didn't watch my part, because this is, when I title this video, it's going to be Let's Read One Day at Horrorland Part 13, final part. After this, maybe like not after this. If you want to see the full story, you should check out Let's Read One Day at Horrorland Part 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and Part 1. Yeah. So the next video I'm gonna make will either be Let's Watch Goosebumps Trilogy or My Welcome to Dead House replica. So until one of those videos, bye.